Good evening. Welcome along to another episode of Tannadice Tales from Dundee United. Thank you for coming along as always. It's lovely to have you here and I hope you're looking forward to a big stream this evening. Thank you for the 3 likes already before we've gone live. It is greatly appreciated. And thank you for coming to spend your evening with me as always. It's lovely to have you along. And we're back after a week without any Dundee United action. It's given me a chance to get through the winter break and the last few fixtures before it. And I think the term I would use to describe what's happened is infuriating. We are going to have some problems a little bit later on in this transfer window as well, which we're back for at the moment in January. Jake, good evening. Thank you for popping in. And thanks for being active on the Discord as well. It's been lovely to have you along. So thank you for popping in. Nice to see the regulars waiting already. It does make a massive difference. And I hope you're looking forward to this because we have the potential for things to go really wrong this evening. We're a point behind Celtic. We're 6 behind Rangers. We might as well count that one out now. And if we finish 3rd this season and don't manage to break the old firm in succession, I think we have to admit defeat. I think we have to accept that it's time to move on at that point. Whether that will be here, whether that will be extending the Ballymena save over on Twitch, I haven't decided yet. But we've got half a season to save ourselves and prove that we're ready to go with Dundee United. But I've got a feeling that tonight things will go wrong. So I'll let you know what in a moment. Thank you for coming in. John, one of the regulars, thank you for popping in. Dylan, the same. Much appreciated. It's lovely to have you all here. Please chuck a thumbs up if you haven't already. It does make a big difference. And let me show you what's been happening since we were last here. So it's a week ago, so we've probably lost a bit of our memory for it. If you remember last time, we finished on a home defeat to Motherwell with a backup side. And then an excruciating 1-0 defeat against Lazio, which left us bottom of the Champions League and out of Europe altogether. So that means there are 1 or 2 things that have to happen this season for it to be a success and for us to continue. We either win the Scottish Cup or we get into the top 2 and break the old firm again. If neither of those happens, that will be it. Dylan, only here till 6 tonight because I'm playing Bolton again. Have a good time. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you're getting a good performance and all stay injury free. Ryan, good evening. Welcome along. Thank you for popping in. Lovely to see all the regulars in. And please do chuck a thumbs up if you haven't already. It does make a big difference. A massive thank you to everyone who's been supporting over on Twitch over the weekend. Particularly on the Sunday and the bank holiday special. We had a brilliant time talking football galore. And we've reached affiliate already. So a massive thank you for your support with that. But let's talk about the 4 games we played off camera. Jacob, bottom of the Champions League group. What a shock. Absolutely. From half an hour from the end, we were going through in terms of to the Europa League, but it is what it is. The 4 games we played off camera, I think you can see why I'm infuriated. 1-0 win at Kilmarnock, professional job, early Lawrence Shanklin goal, happy days. 5-0 win at home to Celtic. Can't explain it, it was a stunning performance. We were 4 up at half time, we were dominant, we were ruthless. We were everything I wanted us to be. Scott Mitchell got 2 against his former club. Mikey Johnston got 1 against his former club. Serrano and O'Reilly with the others. And then, a week later, after that brilliance to get us in the hunt for the top 2, and actually into 2nd place at that point, we then lost 1-0 to Hibs. It was an awful performance. It was absolutely terrible and really frustrating given what had happened just before. So, I do get a bit annoyed by it. The inconsistency is back. And as I've said for 4.5 years here, we're only 1 game away from a crisis with Dundee United. A 5-0 win followed against Falkirk. We'd expect that against one of the basement sides in the league. Although they did have a pretty good start, actually. They have dropped back down to 9th now, but they're miles clear of relegation. So today, we've got Partick Thistle in the Scottish Cup. They are in League 1, I think. They are. They're top of League 1, but they're down there. And then we've got Dunfermline away, Livingston at home. 2 games we really should be winning. And then Rangers, the champions-elect, at home to finish the month. We might have transfer deadline date, depending on what's happening. I've got a feeling we're going to have some disasters there. We'll wait and see. Well, Jacob, you have mentioned something important. With Benji Siegrist, you'd still be knocked out. That's correct. But we might need him soon. Because if I go and show you what my problem is today, Damir Ziga, our goalkeeper, has a minimum fee release of £11 million to foreign clubs. He's improving. He's been a brilliant goalkeeper for us. However, he wants to join Chelsea because they have a strong squad. He's unhappy at the club. He won't sign a new contract, which means he's open to bids. Chelsea currently trying to get him on a cheap, 3.5, 4 million quid. If they get to 11 at any point before the window shuts, we're powerless. We cannot do anything. So at the moment, we're just waiting for the inevitable moment where he's going to be taken away from us. I'm going to offer Lewis Nielsen out on loan. He's had injury problems and he's not in the best shape of his life now. So he can go out. And we'll do the same with a few of the others as well. So Stephen Dunn, we can offer him out on loan. And I think Ray Milligan's the other one. But that's going to be the big problem for us. When we lose Ziga, we are in big, big trouble. And I don't think we get out of it. But let's go and get in the meantime into this Partick Thistle game. Hopefully some positive news to come in the meantime. But I'm not sure that's going to happen. SOF, good evening. Welcome along. Lovely to have one of the regulars in. Carl, much the same. League One with Newcastle Town, 6'9" striker. I do admire you genuinely for the fact that you get FM and play direct football, because everyone wants to play the beautiful game, and you're one of those. And a bit like I had with Torquay and FM19. Get two men up top, a big man, little man combo, whack it up to them and see what happens. I love that. So fair play to you for sticking to your guns, despite all the criticism we get for it. I say as I'm coming here with Dundee United playing total football. But thank you for everyone popping in. We're almost at double figures already. Please chuck a thumbs up if you haven't already. It makes a massive difference and helps people find us. Jacob, yeah, congratulations to Harrogate for being the first team in the FA to win the FA Trophy in League 2. It's the first day that made me agonisingly miss being at football, because we always go to non-league finals day for the podcast and we have a great time. And as always this year, the FA Vars final is always better than the FA Trophy. So yeah, I really missed it watching that. I've struggled with the Premier League games the last couple of weeks since the Super League stuff. I've not been able to get the appetite to watch the top six, but watching the Northern Irish football and then watching that sort of game as well, the FA Vars final made me wish I was going to football again. I've got to say that. Let's very quickly get into this game and then we'll catch back up with the chat. So, the recommended team for today. We've got to have two keepers in the squad. So, Xander Clark will have to be on the bench. He can go on in place of Mikey Johnston, I think. In terms of the rest of the squad, is there anyone who's been out? I don't think so. I should be playing a backup side today. But Partick are top of League One. They're a good side. I actually think that's a tougher test than the Dunfermline one. So we're going to go first choice. Everyone's got a light match load. And let's go and test them. Can they come back in style? Can they get their fitness back? And can we avoid the potential banana skin? That's always what the magic of the cup's about. Carl, Gegenpress so underrated. Nothing better than overloading a box with a land of giants. Could not agree more. You're absolutely spot on. And more people should follow in your suit. We all admire you over here for it. Thank you to everyone who's supporting this channel and the Twitch one as well. It is making a massive difference. I've got a quick... bear with me. I'm just getting through the tunnel interview. I've got a quick plug as well. There's two things coming this week. So, the channel trailer for the food channel will be out at some point this week. I've already recorded it. It's just got to be edited. And secondly, our Welsh experiment finish that we were doing on Sunday lunchtimes. But it's going to be replaced with something else this week. I've got a new mini-series planned. How long it will be will depend on the success of it in terms of on the pitch, but a little FM save planned where we'll be actually managing someone as well. So I hope you're looking forward to that. It's themed and we'll see as we get there, but it's something I've enjoyed getting prepared and I'm going to be making over the rest of the week. So I hope you're looking forward to that too. As we got a free kick on the right, 10 minutes to the break. We've not actually seen much of this game. It's becoming a little bit of a concern for me here, to be brutally honest. We've not really looked like scoring a great deal. We've had 7 shots but only hit the target once. And Partick Thistle will be perfectly content with where they are at the moment. I don't think they'll be complaining about the situation. So let's see if we can dig into these lads at half time, because we need a lot more out of them than that. So I'm going to point the finger, say I'm not happy. We've got 10 out of the 11 motivated. It's not bad going, but we need a reaction now. If we don't get that, it's utterly pointless than being motivated, isn't it? If that doesn't lead to a response, then what more can you do? Nearly an hour on the clock. We've got a throw-in, on the right-hand side. A lot of Spanish flags there. Are they Serrano? Or are they... Oh, no, they're Partick Thistle. They've done the colours with a badge in the middle. Look more like a Spanish flag on its side. As Lord picks it up to Mockery. 20 yards out. Finds Serrano into O'Reilly. It's come eventually. We have not been ruthless in front of goal. We've been the opposite of our normal clinical edge. But we've scored a goal. And that's the main thing. We're back on top. And as long as we get through, as long as we win the Scottish Cup, all is well in this save. As Lord's got a free kick just inside their half. All the way through. It's great goalkeeping. Flew through the air like Superman to get that one. Absolutely stunning work, but we're still coming forward with Lord. Through ball towards Mitchell. He's got the chance to make it too. Forbes in the Partick Thistle goal is putting himself up for man of the match here. Really good work. And it's a corner kick on the left. O'Reilly's outswinger. Mockery's up. Falls for Serrano on the volley. Miles wide. Didn't strike it cleanly is an understatement. Are there any changes we desperately want to make? Serrano struggling a little bit for fitness. He has been the second best player on the pitch, but I'm going to take him off for Sterling. He'll become a winger on support. What else do we want to do? Mockery's normally the next one to get tired, but I haven't got a left winger, so he's going to have to live with it. And tempted maybe to take Mitchell off up front, but everyone else is fit. So for now, we'll leave it as is. Stevie Mallon can come on, in fact, for Kieran Lord, because he's one of the best players at the club. But we'll look after them. We'll give it 5 more before making the changes. Jacob, funny how Bielsa does well against most teams, then turns into prime Alan Pardew against Graham Potter. Maybe he just wanted certain sides to go down. You don't know. Every team has a bad game eventually. As O'Reilly gets through a Mengi header, and now we can counter with a 2-on-2. Mitchell's up with him. It's a poor pass. Mitchell dragged wide. He's still got it though. Into the box. Whistles it past the far post. It was a brilliant effort. Mockery really does need to come off, but I can't do it. So instead, it will be Ali McCann for Ross McCrory. We haven't looked under any threat defensively, so at the very worst, we should win this game 1-0. But you never know, do you? Thank you to everyone coming in as well. It's lovely to have you here this evening. Please do chuck a thumbs up if you haven't already. It does make a massive difference. It helps people find us, of course. And thank you for the support on Twitch too. It does make a massive difference. It really has blown me away the last week or so. And we're closing in over here on 2,500 subscribers as well, which, considering it was 1,300 when this game came out, as Mitchell scores a second, which squirms awkwardly under the keeper, it really has blown my mind. So thank you all for the support. And I hope the new mini-series at the weekend is the one that you enjoyed that takes it over the line. But with 5 minutes to go, we're definitely going through here. We can enjoy the occasion and we can try and put some gloss on it. As Ramos delivers to Sterling, the legs are tiring for Partick Thistle and we are taking full advantage. 3-0, can we make it 4 or 5? But the ruthless edge is coming. That's what we like to see. It's taken a while in this game. It's probably taken us an hour to find our sharpness and our fitness. And just that cohesion again. But once we've got it, we've looked pretty good again. As Mallon picks it up in the middle. Out to Dujon Sterling. Chance to take on his winger. He's going to get towards the byline. Can he get the ball in? There's Mitchell in the middle. O'Reilly's chasing it too. Too close to the keeper though. Not really good enough. Remains 3-0. Oh, what's that? What is that? Have you ever seen anything like it? Keeper's kick. Hits Mockery. Goes over the keeper. Loops him. And into the back of the net. You won't see that again, will you? Absolutely astonishing. I don't know if you guys have seen that in your saves or had that recently. We've had a couple of bizarre goals in the recordings for this week, but that is right up there. Blimey, that is incredible. Absolutely incredible. 4-0 is the win then. Chris Mockery gets the goal. Good job we didn't take him off because he was right place, right time. And the perfect height for that goal kick as well to hit him and go in at the back of the net. What an incredible finish to a good first game back after the winter break. Now we need to keep Damir Ziga at the club. If he's here in February, we've got a chance. I don't know when the draw is for the next round. Must be pretty soon. I think all the big boys got through. Celtic certainly did. Nielsen, they only want him to be a squad player. I don't really want to loan him there to sit on the bench. So I'm not going to do that. Milligan, St Johnston want him as an important player. So we'll send him there. 10 grand for getting through in the cup. Rangers got through. Celtic got through. Hibs went out. Aberdeen, that's going to a replay. And Hamilton, where are the bogey side? They beat Queen of the South, so they're through as well. Interesting that. Thank you to everyone coming in. I hope you're enjoying it so far. Chelsea have made another bid for Ziga. 3.3 million this time. As long as it stays down there, we don't have to sell him. If they bid 11, we are powerless, as we said earlier. Let's have a look at who's available for the reserves. Yeah, none of them are playing in midweek, are they? Anyone else we can chuck in? Luca Cannell could probably get one. Because he's 5th choice at the minute. Is there anyone else there worth having a go for? I mean, it is a reserve fixture, so it's not like we can put unlimited numbers in there. Reece Devine perhaps could have a game, but I don't want to risk the fitness. So, do you know what? Reece Devine I will chuck in. The rest of them will leave. Although Dunn's there, so probably not worth it. Dunfermline at home should be one of those games we have to win. We'll wait and see if it pans out that way or not. But you never know. It only takes one moment. It only takes one good draw. And we've got a cup game here. Please let Celtic draw Rangers and let us get a lower league side at home. Falkirk or Aberdeen first out. We'll face Hearts. Inverurie, Locos or Montrose. We'll have that tie. Ross County. Lower league opposition getting through. It's Dundee United. Do not be Celtic or Rangers. Hamilton, the bogey side. Not much better. Can Celtic draw Rangers? No. It's Livingston v Rangers. And the green and hoop side of the Old Firm are facing Ayr United. Not the best draw in the world, that, but could have been worse, I guess. Jacob Neil-Warnock could record a personal best 12-0 defeat against Wycombe to send Sheffield Wednesday down. Might not be enough, don't forget. If Sheffield Wednesday batter Derby, he won't be able to stop it. If Derby get a point, obviously they survive anyway. And don't forget, the latest news with Sheffield Wednesday failing to pay their wages for April, I'm pretty sure there's going to be more politics off the pitch after the season's finished. So, even if Sheffield Wednesday survive, don't rule them out going down. But a big offer for Ross McCrory, but we're not going to sell him. Same for Stephen Dunn for Hibs. We're going to keep him till he reaches his proper value. Ross McCrory wants to go to Rangers. They're all unhappy now. I'm just going to say, if I can find it, that we're not going to let him go. Sorry. There you go. I've made my decision. You're going to have to concentrate on your football. He's going nowhere. He's furious. He's angry. He's not behaving like a skipper, but there you go. Ross McCrory throwing his toys out the pram. Oh, Dylan's back with a Who Am I? We haven't had one on YouTube yet, have we? They've all been on Twitch so far. So those of you that haven't followed those streams, Dylan turns up with a player who's played with 4 or 5 certain pros, and they're often impossible to work out. Only one to date. Good luck with this one. So, who am I? I've played with Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Martin Lamas, Francesco Totti, Gareth Bale, Mark Noble and John Stones. Wow. Where to start here? So, Noble has to be West Ham. Francesco Totti presumably will have to be Roma. Gareth Bale could be Spurs or Real Madrid. John Stones is City or Everton, presumably. Or could it be England for him? I don't know. Yeah, Cole, you did win yesterday. You got an absolute cracker. But I don't know if you're getting this one. So I'm going based on the start with like the Zlatan and Totti. That it's got to be a player that's played in Italy at some point. I'm going to have to, I'm afraid, cheat slightly to look up where Martin Lamas has played in his career. Because that's the sort of one, being 53 now, that's just passed me a bit. So he's only played in the Netherlands and Belgium. So it's going to be someone who's a bit older, isn't it? Oh, this is difficult. Dylan, you've absolutely nailed it. Come and get involved in the chat if you think you know. I don't even know where to start with this one. That's the problem with this. I don't even know where to start with Martin Lamas. I'm going to get through Lawrence Shankland's frustration here. I'd rather not be the latest player to take you on. Oh, you grow up, son. There you go. You're off. Out you go. Shankland's put in a transfer request. He's getting old and he's getting poorer anyway. So off he goes. Let's get through the pre-match press conference. We could lose half a squad in January the way I'm behaving at the minute. Dylan, I'm going to need a first clue because I don't even know where to start with this. The Martin Lamas bit has thrown me. Because I'm talking 2000 era. And then going up to John Stones. That's the bit that doesn't get it. Lamas did play for Holland Cole, but it was only, 2 or 3 caps, I'm sure. But he was in the squad on one of the old Pro Evo, so he must have played there a certain amount. But he definitely wasn't double figures of caps. So are you working for me, Carl, that if he hasn't played in the Netherlands or Belgium, that he's a Dutch international? Oh, I tell you what. I think I know it. No, I don't think I know who it is. I was going to say I know who it is, but Mark Noble's beat me to it. I was going to say Wesley Sneijder, because I could probably make a case for Zlatan, Lammers, Totti and Bale. But I don't think I can the other two. But it's got to be a Dutchman. I think you're right, on the right track there, Carl. Let's send Serrano home because he's got a cold. We don't want him infecting other people. Darren Watson's got a tight thigh. We've got offers for Donaldson. I was tempted to accept them, but he is getting better quite quickly this year, just from training with the facilities. Jacob, why is your team full of players who complain every week? I don't know. You'd think I've done enough for the club now, wouldn't you? Winning a League Cup, taking them into the Champions League, that they'd calm down a bit. We've got an offer for O'Reilly from China. Happens every January. Oh, this is the worry. Look, the offers are creeping up for Ziga. We're nearly at 6 million quid now. We're going to get to 11 by deadline day. And if we lose Ziga then, I haven't got a clue what we do. It's taken us so long to find a decent goalkeeper. Let's see if we can find one to bring in. Drakowski's on 65 grand a week, albeit he's a very good keeper. He's transfer listed, but I don't see how we get him in. Gregor Kobel is Swiss, so I think that probably rules him out just because of our horror experience. And he wants 31 grand a week, which we can't do. And then Sarkic, who's at DC United, isn't really good enough. It's a very frustrating position to be in. Let's go and have a look at what team we're going to pick for this game. Dylan, clue one. The John Stones link isn't Everton or City. So is it Barnsley? Because I can't think it will be... Yeah, Carl's saying the same. He's played for Barnsley. Because it can't be an England link. Because there's nobody, surely, that's played for with Martin Lammers that's not international. Right, so he's played for Barnsley. So who are the old Dutch boys who have ended up at Barnsley? That's the next great question. Oh, Barnsley, also Tottenham, also West Ham, and also in Italy. Oh, this is a great one. I don't even know where to start. And a John Stones link at Barnsley, that narrows it down time-wise, which makes it even harder if you don't really know who you're going for. Let's get the team sorted for this one. But I think you might have got the lot of us there, to be honest. So get yourselves down in the chat if you think you've got a clue, but I'm not sure it's going to go very well here. In other news, in terms of championship sides, there is also Luton on TV tonight if you want to watch that one. But I don't even know where to start there. Dylan is on fire again tonight. I'm just trying to pick my team for this one, but it's not making it very easy because all I can do is get Martin Lammers stuck in my head. Let's get this team picked and get into the match and we'll come back to it. But otherwise, I don't know where to go. I mean, the only Dutch player I can think that played for Barnsley was in the 90s, and that was that De Gea who ended up at Wigan, so he'll be miles out. But I don't even know where to start. Let us know if you've got any clue whatsoever, because that's going to be difficult. I'm just thinking Zlatan could be Ajax as well, couldn't it? Zlatan's going to be Ajax too. Martin Lammers is Holland. It's just the Roma bit. Oh. Who's the name? I'm trying to think of his name. Oh. The player isn't Dutch. Oh, I thought I had it. I was going to go for a player called, I think his name was Gora or something, like Gorre, but he was Dutch, so that's gone. There, Carl, you've just gone up with the same name straight after. Yeah, Dean Gora was the one, but he's Dutch. If he's not Dutch, he's the answer, but I doubt I've heard the player is. So where's he played with Martin Lammers then? Oh, I'll tell you what, Dylan, you've won today, mate. You've absolutely won. Thank you to everyone for coming along and a thumbs up. Sorry we're not playing much Football Manager because we're currently in excruciating circumstances trying to work out this Who Am I. I need to get a number 10 in off the bench today. So it'll be Holsgrove. Serrano's going to be replaced by Mikey Johnston. And Matt O'Reilly, who I should have taken off in the last game, replaced by Dehaney with... I'm going to have to leave O'Reilly on the bench just in case. But that's the lineup we're going for. Winger on support for Sterling, who did get a goal in the last game. Now, don't let us down. Don't bottle it, lads. Let's make sure you get the victory. Do it professionally. Clue 3, please, Dylan, because I think we're all in trouble now. I think me and Carl had a glimmer of hope at Dean Gora, but we're out of hope now. I cannot work out. It's got to be someone who's near the end of their career at Barnsley, but I don't know where to go with that. Just absolutely awful. You really do like torturing us, don't you? And you've saved the best one for YouTube. Fair play to you there. Because we've had some crackers on there already. I mean, it's a brilliant quiz. We've got to do it more often. Jacob, we want Segrist back. Dylan, if you get this, I'll donate. I think I'm not going to have to worry about that, mate, to be honest. Oh. All I can think of is Arjen Dzeu, but he was at Barnsley at the other end of his career. But even now, getting back to Dutch ones is difficult. Player is Egyptian. Barnes. Oh my words. Didn't Lamas play in Belgium? He played for Ghent, I think. I'm sure he was at Ghent in the Championship Manager, the 0102. I'm sure he was at Ghent then. Egyptian player. It's just the array of clubs. And the Barnsley bit's the worst one now. It's absolutely incredible. Well done, Dylan. Thank you for making it frustrating for us. As it happens, we're in this first half against Dunfermline, and there's absolutely no action on the pitch. So everyone get involved with the Who Am I instead, because that's the main thing here. Please do chuck a thumbs up if you haven't already. Come and get involved in the chat. Come and give us your guess. So the Who Am I, we've played with Zlatan, Martin Lamas randomly, Francesco Totti, Gareth Bale, Mark Noble. I hadn't even considered the West Ham bit. And John Stones. John Stones was at Barnsley. The player isn't Dutch, they're Egyptian. Oh, Mido. Oh, if you've got that, that's incredible. He did play for Barnsley. He's on loan at West Ham. He started at Ghent and Ajax. Massive. Now, I'll tell you what, John. I've got to say one thing here, John. If you didn't cheat, then you are the star of the show. We might as well just put your name up in the title, because that's absolutely incredible. Jacob's not a million miles behind. But John's first there. Incredible work. I'm absolutely astonished. Now, after that, I better get back to this action where we are putting in a pretty pitiful display against a very poor Dunfermline side. It doesn't help that half of the first 11 are unhappy at the minute and that they're sitting 8 behind the ball. But, although we've restricted them to no shots, we've not looked like scoring ourselves. So let's go make some changes. We're going to go for the Ross McCrory replacement will be Kieran Lord. I just want to get Mallon on because he's got that long shot. It gives us an extra opportunity. Mockery replaced by Johnston. I'm not going to take Mitchell off just yet. We'll leave it at 2 for now. We're going to go attacking as well in a minute, I think. If we get to the last 15 and nothing's happening, we'll make the third. As Mallon delivers across, Mitchell's up. Can't quite get there, but we're back with the ball. Ramos recycles it to Mallon. We'll catch up with the chat in a second. We have to score here. Mengi to Lord. To Mallon. To Johnston. It's undercooked. Oh, that's not good. Bruce Anderson picks it up. Wide to Higgins. It's going to go down the line. I tell you what, if Dunfermline get their first shot away here, they might take the lead. What a smash and grab this could be. Anderson delivers. Oh my word, it nearly goes in. Lord gets it away. This is embarrassing now. We're going to get Mitchell off. We're going to get Shankland on. We're going to encourage the lads. We need something. We can't draw this one. Oh, Dylan, thank you for donating. It's much appreciated. The support's very kind of you. And well done, John. Absolutely incredible. Carl, yeah, that's amazing. We were never getting there. Clue 5 was going to be I was labelled the worst Premier League striker in history. Oh, Mallon scored the free kick. We knew we brought him on for that. And what a moment it is. It's turned up at the right time. Dylan, thank you so much. It is much appreciated. John, incredible work. You deserve a round of applause. I don't know, he's worst striker in Premier League history. He had some good times, didn't he? Him and Amir Zaki, they were just sort of like the very short-term wonders. He wasn't awful. He was arrogant beyond his ability, I think would be the correct term, wouldn't it? I've seen worse strikers. I mean, you guys are probably a bit young to have seen a couple of them. As we get in, Shankland scored as well. It now looks like a comfortable victory. He did retire quite early, didn't he? But I tell you what, John, you've really impressed me there. That's incredible work. I've got to say, Dylan, the Who Am I's are brilliant. I've got 3 written. I'm not going to use them today. I'll do them on Sunday stream. But I'm just going to try and make a whole book full of them, so I can use them over the next few weeks, just so you don't have to come up with all of them. Because it'd be nice for you to be able to play occasionally. And I know I'm giving you all the hard work here. So I'll try and make sure I've got a couple as well. But thank you for the donation. Thank you for the entertainment with the Who Am I as always. It does make a massive difference. And thank you to everyone for supporting this channel and Twitch too. I couldn't have comprehended what's happened recently. God, we had worse strikers at Stoke. I was going to say, didn't you have... I mean, I know they did a job for you, but you had a few that weren't great that played in the Premier League. Either way, we've done a good job. Mead, I would do a job at Brighton. I tell you what, he knew how to find the goal occasionally. You've got to give him that. He wasn't the hardest worker. Mikey Johnston, out for 1 to 3 days. Not too bad. But listing the players he played with and the clubs he was at, he can't have been that bad because they all saw something in him. It was just between the ears is the most important bit, isn't it? And with a lot of players, that's where the downfall is. We've got through the first 2 games. I mean, this is basically becoming an operation to hold on to Damir Ziga till the end of the month. I'm just going to see if there's any good goalkeepers available on loan, just in case. If we have a look at the ones we've scouted, there's no one really right up there. Not that's affordable anyway. If we have a look at our director of football and we'll go for loan goalkeepers. It's not what we want to rely on. No players found anyway. Free transfers, none. End of contract, none. So if Ziga goes, we might as well kiss goodbye to our season. Apparently I've backed the referee. I didn't even read it. And we've got to reject those old Ziga offers now, which means they're going to come back in with bigger ones. I try and leave the rejection for as long as possible. Charlie, evening. What snooker player are you most similar to? It's going to annoy you, Charlie. Probably Mark Selby. Because he sort of reminds me of what I admired in a footballer. Like, I was never the most talented footballer, but I was disciplined. I worked hard. I was gritty. I kept fit. And if you put me in a holding role and said, mark this number 10 out the game, I'd do it. Like, we used to play school games and you had, like, the players who were in, like, the Luton Academies and the MK Dons. And we had loads of good players and they went off and did their thing. And normally I just got put in either the holding role, sent up whatever position it was that was opposite to them. And they said, mark him out the game. Just follow him everywhere. And I had the discipline to do it. I didn't get the ball and get excited and run 30 yards. I just stood my ground, laid it off to a better player and kept marking him. So I have to say Selby because he's not got that natural snooker playing talent that a lot of the top 16 players have got. But he's won 4 world titles and he's a great at a game. And he's taught himself to be almost unbeatable in a tough situation. And that's... It might not be the most entertaining to watch, but it commands so much respect. Carl, we had a lot that didn't do anything at Stoke. Bit like my 6'4" Canadian. Well, you had that spell where you had Mamadi Sidibe, Richard Cresswell, Ricardo Fuller. Who else was about at the same time? I'm sure there were more than that. They were the ones I remember the most. Carl, you don't get Herman on the Lujo's channel, do you? To be fair, he's one of my favourite streamers, and he was the reason I got into watching the videos here. Not so much the streams, but the video saves I do love. But I've got to say, the streamer showdown and that, the one negative that's come out of it, I really do quite like it, and fair play to them. They've made a brilliant career for themselves, and they're doing a great job. And to get KFC sponsorship is genius. But the dressing up's increased, and that's the sort of thing I'm not a big fan of. But they're brilliant at what they do. You've got to give them credit. But they're not got Who Am I's. And they haven't got the lower league football knowledge and nerdery that us lot have got. And that's what we've got to enjoy and make the most of. It's our niche. We love lower league football. Most of us support lower league teams. Sorry, Carl. Unfortunately, you're in the Championship now as well. I did have one laugh at the Stoke at the weekend when we're officially finishing higher than you now. Because obviously it's become quite a big thing with Reece Norrington Davis left us in January for you guys saying I wanted to be in a promotion push and go to a bigger club. So there's a lot of that doing the rounds at the moment. But that's the niche of our channel. We like lower league football. We talk it. We're respectful to each other and we have a laugh. We listen to each other's opinions and that bit will never change. It'll probably get more and more important as the non-league football comes back and as the Premier League football alienates itself. Jacob, I hope Fulham and West Brom enjoy Peterborough United next season. Peterborough is the only ground, London aside, but just sort of my location and just north, within a 30-mile radius that I haven't done. I've done Northampton, I've done MK Dons, I've done Stevenage, I've done Luton, obviously. Even Hitchin, Hemel Hempstead going down in non-league. I've never done Peterborough. So I'd love to get to a game next year. Obviously, they'll be in the same league as Luton, so I'll try and get an away ticket. But it's one of the 92 I've got to tick off. And obviously, when me and Tom in lockdown did review the 92 series on the channel, we never thought it'd be 6 months after we finished before we went to another game. So I'm really looking forward to getting some pre-season friendlies. And we can do review the 92s at the ground. And show you like a little mini match report and vlog and that as well, which will be great. So that's something I'm looking forward to. A quick thanks again to Dylan for the donation, because I know he's going to be off in a moment or two. And he did say fantastic snooker from Selby against Murphy. I've got so much respect for the match play. So much respect for it. Yeah, Dylan has said exactly what I think in answer to Charlie's question. I can see Tony... Basically, Ollie Watkins is linked with Liverpool, isn't he? If he goes there, Tony will go to Villa. Watkins will go to... Not Watkins. Johnson Clark-Harris will go to Brentford. Which I said they should have just signed him direct last summer, though Tony's been great. The only problem is Peterborough haven't got someone from Bristol Rovers to get. And they were linked with Adebayo in January, but obviously Luton nicked him. But they'll find someone from League 2 or something. They always do. Maybe Scott Twine they'll go for. Luton linked with him as well. But I agree with Dylan, genuinely, in how it'll go. Carl, we've been on the beach since January and it's not gone unnoticed that Nathan Jones has finished above us. I mean, it's worked both ways, hasn't it? Stoke fans noticing that Nathan Jones is above us. I did see a few things in the match report. And obviously from Luton fans' point of view, Reece Norrington Davis leaving us for a promotion charge. And we're quite a bit closer to the playoffs than you now. But it's how it works out sometimes, isn't it? He'll be playing in the Euros and I'm sure he'll be happy. So fair play to the kid. But I hope they give Michael O'Neill the summer and let him have a season next year. Because with all of quite a lot of that old guard out of contract, I think he'll do really well. Well, that's it, Charlie, isn't it? We were due to go to Peterborough Tranmere the final day of last season, and then COVID came along. Dylan, you got to go. Thank you very much for the who am I, as always. I think I speak on behalf of everyone when I say we love the entertainment of them. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the donation as well. It does make a massive difference, even though John earned it for me. And I hope you go well against Bolton. Have a good game and keep yourself safe. Jacob, my local 9th tier team was 1 goal away from the FA Vars final. Never reached the 3rd round after that. Oh, that's such a shame. My local side are 9th tier as well. Later down the line, if I can ever do this as a full-time job, and I can do both saves daily during the week, I will do one with them. Just try and raise a bit of money for them, help them out. They actually play out of Luton's training ground at the moment, and it's the reserves that play near to me. But yeah, that's where football really exists. The FA Vars is the first time I really missed going to live football in the last 5 months or so. Like, I can cope with it on the TV for a few months knowing I'd be back next year. But me, Charlie, Craig, the podcast, we always go to non-league finals day. And that's the thing that made me really go, oh, I'd love to be there at the minute. So that was a shame. But otherwise, we're hopefully, touch wood, going to be back. The one thing I will say from a work point of view is I wouldn't bank against, and I hate to say it, a slightly on and off restriction winter next year. So if you get the chance to get to games in pre-season, whatever level they're at, just go. Get it done. Get to as many games as you can so you don't miss out. Right, let's have a look at the recruitment meeting. There's not really much about. And this is the stage we've got to where nobody that improves the squad is available for less than 30, 40 grand a week. So there's interest in Ziga. What replacements have they got? Drakowski, we're never going to be able to get. Danny Ward, probably the same. but we'll have a scout for one. So high priority. It was hard enough. It took us 4 years to get Ziege and someone of his quality. So now have to do it again isn't going to be good. There's a 32-year-old winger who's a free agent. We'll scout him. 19-year-old youngster on loan. We'll keep an eye on all these kids. But I don't think there's anyone who's going to hugely improve us at the moment. So for now, we might just have to be patient and try and sneak in the top 2. If we don't do that, it's going to be save over anyway. We can leave Dundee United with our heads held high in that case. Carl, I've purchased my season ticket $3.99 for the season. So Luton have been really good. They've offered a 40% credit because obviously it's quite a working class deprived area. So they've offered for those who can't afford the full ticket, which is depending on your loyalty between $400 and $450. You then get a 40% discount. So it'd actually take it down to about $250. So really good for a season of Championship football. Charlie, yesterday's game seemed as exciting as the Vars final we went to. Was it as good? It really was. It didn't have the Quincy Rowe stunner, but there's always a great story in those non-league games. And I will say on non-league finals day, the Vars final is always better than the FA Trophy one. Always. But I'm hoping the 2021 finals, obviously due around the end of this month, start of June. I really hope we get to go. If we can go, we'll get our names down, we'll get there, because it's just one of the most brilliant events. 2 games in a day, really good value for money. And I absolutely love it. It's the best non-league day. And we can do a massive match day vlog to make up for the year of not being able to do them. Jacob, it's a shame to see Southend United relegated to the National League. I have a soft spot for them because I went to a match there. Well, the only game I ever went to at Roots Hall was when Luton blew their playoff chances. The first season back in League 2. And Elliot Justin slipped one through his hands, like Massimo Taibbi style, for those of you that are old enough. And never liked them after that, but they were always a decent side. I did like them when like Chris Powell and that were managing, but the current owner, the way they treated Mark Mosley, the off-the-pitch management, it was inevitable. It really was. I'm afraid to say it. We're almost at the Livingston game. We've got 2 more to get through this evening. And then we find out if Ziege goes before the end of the month. I've got to reject the Chelsea offer here. They'll come straight back in. You can see he's frustrated with us. I'm going to say we're going to build the squad. And he's rightly saying, with all due respect, I'm not leaving my career in the hands of kids. I mean, he's only won himself, but I'm just going to say you've got to stay. The benefit is we're going to get 11 million for him, but we're never going to be able to replace him. So that 11 million is basically irrelevant. Thank you to everyone coming along as well. Lovely to have you all here this evening. Thank you for the support both here and on Twitch. It has made a massive difference. We're chasing 2,500 subscribers here. We're almost there. And over on Twitch, we've reached affiliate. Thank you to the first few who have subscribed. It really has made a massive difference. So Wapos, Dylan, bear with me, Carl, much appreciated. And Double Mazzala as well, not to forget him, because I know he follows over on Twitch mainly. So thank you all for the support there. Oliver, good evening. Lovely to have you along as always. Great to see all the regulars coming in. We're almost at the 3rd game. So far, 2 pretty unconvincing wins. But the main story of this stream, as the title said, is transfer window. And can we keep hold of our goalkeeper? It's out of our hands with his minimum fee release. We've just got to hope. It's gone back to 4-4-2 again. And we haven't done anything with it. It's infuriating. So the good news is that Matt O'Reilly can come back in. He'll replace Holsgrove. Just gives us that little bit of a goal hunt from midfield. On the bench, we've got Kerr. Have we got Serrano back? We have. So Serrano will come onto the bench. In fact, we might start him because Sterling didn't have the best game. So Serrano as a left-inverted winger. And do you know what? I'm going to start Shankland ahead of Mitchell because he played better in the last game. So why not? That's as strong as we can be. Livingston away. It's another one of those we've got to win. We've got to put pressure on the top 2 and the Old Firm. Jacob, still waiting for a year. The year a ninth tier team draw a Premier League team at home. But teams from that level barely make the first round. Well, you say that. Look at Marine this year. They're, 8th tier? They drew Tottenham and it's behind closed doors. It's astonishing, really. But, yeah, it doesn't happen very often, does it? Thank you to everyone for the support as well. We're just a couple of thumbs up off double figures, so if you haven't yet, please do chuck one on, as hopefully we're not about to get disappointed in this game. They've got some experienced players there. Nicky Devlin, Jordan Marshall we had at Dundee in the head coach, as did Alan Forrest. Poplatnik I recognise. Anthony Ford, he used to be at Walsall, I'm sure. Jack Fitzwater was a West Brom youngster. There's good players in this team. We're going to ask them to prove a point. We've got most of them motivated. Apparently we've got the best defence in the league. We just need a quality striker. Because Mitchell, he's not been consistent enough really. As the ball's long downfield, we've got in possession early. If we can get an early goal, generally we win these games handsomely. As Shankland knocks down for Serrano. Will he prove a point in there up front? Serrano to the right byline. Get the ball in the box. There's 3 in there. Goes back to Brooking. To McCrory. Delivers early. Into the back post and Mockery just misses. The header, he did everything right. It's back where it came from, but it didn't quite work out. A quick thank you again to Dylan for the donation this evening. It has made a massive difference. And to all of those who have supported here and on Twitch. I did plug it a bit earlier, but we've got a new mini-series starting on Sunday lunchtime. And hopefully you'll enjoy that as well. And it's my birthday on Friday too, so I'm sure there'll be some cake pictures up. And I might even coincide my food channel trailer for that as well. Videos to come next month, but I have recorded the trailer. And I've got to say, I'm really looking forward to it. Because I'll have then a bit of YouTube covering all of my favourite topics. Food, which will also incorporate value for money. Football and then for FM as well. As Jasimovic heads downfield, we're 1-0 up early on. But with that threat of Matt O'Reilly, we always look more potent going forward. What we've got to do is defend now though. As the ball goes into Forrest down the left. We know the threat he's got. He gets in the box. Oh, you didn't need to bring him down. They say Forrest has gone down too easily. So let's hope he slips and misses the penalty as well. Be a hero, Ziga. Be a hero, he can't. Down to the bottom right for Forrest. To Ziga's left. And unfortunately, it's in for 1-1. Not the best start we were hoping for. We're 10 minutes gone. It's an absolute thriller here. Not what we were hoping for at all. Yellow cards galore starting to fly in for Livingston, but they're not going to care. If they draw this game, they'll be happy. And actually, they've done a really good job of restricting us since the goal. We are down in 3rd place. I wonder what Celtic are doing, because we're still not far behind them. It's only a point. So they must be drawing at the moment too, or not playing, one of the two. But as the first half peters out, we've got a corner kick and finally a chance. Can we just get it? A moment from a set piece. Oh, Mockery's just headed over. For all the magic, the good football we normally produce, we'll take an ugly set piece to win this one. Falkirk have the lead against Celtic. Please let that stay the case and let us take advantage. If we can nick a win, it'd be a massive moment. It really would be worth it. We've dominated the game again. We've just not got that same potency in front of goal. And we started Shankland and he's not delivered. So we've just under an hour on the clock as Celtic get their equaliser. We're going to take the complacent McCrory off for Stevie Mallon. Same thought as the last game. Let's get the long shots on. Right wing, Serrano's back, but he's going to be replaced by Dujon Sterling. He'll be a winger on support. And then Shankland replaced by the number 1 striker, Scott Mitchell. 33 minutes to get a winner. Let's encourage the lads. Let's push forward. And here we are with a throw on the right-hand side. Brooking goes back to Mengi. Strange throw. Nearly went behind him. Gives it to Stevie Mallon. Out to the left to Ramos. Can he deliver? Goes back to Mallon instead. He's got Lord with him. Finds O'Reilly. Goes for the shot. Just wide of the post. Still looks our biggest goal threat at the moment. But doesn't matter. We're not scoring goals. Thank you to everyone coming in too. If you haven't already, please do come and get involved down on the chat. Chuck a thumbs up on the video and come and say hello. It's lovely to have you all along. As O'Reilly finds Ramos on the left-hand side. Cuts it back to O'Reilly again. First one's blocked. Second one saved. Sterling in, 3rd time lucky. Finally, we get the lead back. It's very much deserved. And Dujon Sterling, the super sub again. Matt O'Reilly did most of the work. And as it stands, Celtic have taken a lead. So they go back a point ahead. Falkirk can cling on. But as it stands, it's a good result for us. And we keep that pressure on. We keep working hard. We've just got to keep hold of Ziga now. As we're coming back again, we're doing a bit of defending late on. Alan Forrest has got it. Don't forget their goal came from a dodgy penalty and he scored again. Oh. I was about to say, and bar that dive for the penalty, we've had no threat on us at all. And then Alan Forrest smacks one in off the underside of the crossbar. My favourite type of goal to watch as well. So we're going to demand more, but there's a few tired legs out there. And I'm afraid it looks like we're going to drop points. And these are the ones we can't afford. As Naismith gives it to Forrest. He looks like he might nick him a winner here. Back to Pittman, who is again a hero at our Dundee side. Into the box, Chiarte heads in. Absolutely insane. It's Naismith at left back. Is that Cal Naismith? I really hope it's not the Luton hero. Oh, it is. He's come back to haunt us. What a legend he is as well. That is astonishing. 3 shots on target, 3 goals for Livingston. And we've only scored 2 from 25. We've just blown our chance at catching the old firm, I'm afraid. Jacob, what a shock. Celtic won the league last year. They're falling away. The fact that Rangers have improved so much makes it difficult for us. But I don't know what to say. We've just blown it. Our chance to get right on the tails of Celtic. And how we've thrown it away like that, I'll never know. I've got a sneaky suspicion, unless we get a very lucky run in the Scottish Cup, nearly said the Irish Cup there, that this is going to be our last season at Dundee United, because we're doing our very best to throw things away. And I'm not a happy bunny. So there we go. I'm just disappointed. I don't know what to say. We're going to reject the offers that are coming in. I'm deflated. I'm completely deflated by it. I'll try and pick myself up again. Thank you for all the support. We're only 1 thumbs up from double figures. It does make a massive difference. A quick thank you again to Dylan for the donation and to everyone that subscribed here and followed over on Twitch as well. It really is greatly appreciated. And we're just trying to get through without losing any players. The Ziga one is out of our hands. And I'm really concerned about it. The fact we're at home to Rangers next doesn't help because it's going to be back-to-back defeats, I feel. But we've got to try and stay positive, haven't we? We dropped to 3rd. We're only 8 points ahead of Aberdeen. I don't want to get too morbid here, but it could yet go further wrong. Let's reject the offers that have come in for McCann and for Donaldson. We don't want to lose any of those boys at this point. They're big teams coming in as well. We're going to expect to sell out for the Rangers match. No shock there. But it's all going to be worthless in a minute, because if we lose this one as well, 2nd will be a distant dream. And it'll be Scottish Cup or nothing, basically. Let's go and crack on then. I wonder when that Scottish game is. Oh, Ziga offer 5 million quid. We've got to reject it. It's an immediate non-negotiable one, but we're definitely going to get him 11 million, aren't we? And then we're not going to be able to do anything. So let's just get through this Rangers game and try and cling on to him. The Matt O'Reilly offer, that'll be rejected. Another one for Ziga, rejected. It's a matter of time. There is no way we'll hold on to him. And what do we do without a keeper? Sander Clark will be number 1 again. And he's a good keeper, but he's a mid-table keeper in truth. Right, let's pick our lineup for this one. Can they get through this game as well? Or do we rest them for the air game? I think we do. Or, I mean, if we play first team against Air, we've definitely got to against Hamilton. So let's do rest first team, rest first team. So today, we'll play Ziga because he probably won't need to be rested. He'll be off at the weekend. Defence will be Dehaney, Jason Kerr, Finley, Devine. Midfield will be Ali McCann, Stevie Mallon, Jordan Holsgrove. Where is Dujon Sterling? Over on the right wing. And the left side will be Mikey Johnston with Lawrence Shankland up front. The bench will have Ray Milligan. We'll just have everyone who's got a light match load. So, Donaldson. Serrano's not too bad, actually. We'll have him in there. Watson, Luca Cannell, Matt O'Reilly, and Nielsen. I feel like I want to put Stephen Dunn in there as well, but I don't know who for. Might do Darren Watson. Because actually, Ray Milligan has caught him in terms of average rating now, or ability. So Watson might well be sold. We'll offer him out on a permanent and see who comes in. He's only 21, but he's reached his potential. He's a goal scorer, not this season, but he'll do well for another club. Into the Rangers game we go. It's about trying to cling on for some form of result. That's all we can hope for at this point. Thank you to everyone for the support this evening. It really has been greatly appreciated. If you want to see more live streams from me, please do come and follow us on Twitch. We're live every Sunday morning over there with Ballymena United. And we've got a big one coming up this Sunday as well. So I hope you're looking forward to that. And of course there's loads over here. So for any reason you're not, and this is the first time you've found me, then please do subscribe down below. And chuck a thumbs up on the video. We're only one thumb double figures. And I'm going to need your help because this is going to be a hard day at the office against Rangers. I've dropped back to a balanced mentality. I'm not sure how it will pan out. But fingers crossed it won't be too bad. A quick thank you to Dylan for the donation again. It really does make a difference. And let's just crack on. This is going to be really difficult. As Rangers are all out attack already. They've got it on the right. Patterson overlapping from Timothy Weir. Gets it edge of the box. Beats his man. Back to the fullback again. Into Colley. Heads just over and wide. Probably wasn't beating either bit of the woodwork, but in truth, Rangers should be ahead. They've dominated the match. Guendouzi gives it to Patterson. I mean, even the names we're giving out here. Timothy Weir yet again. He's got two inside. Goes back to Patterson. He looks for the pass down the line to Weir again. Very right side dominated at the minute. Guendouzi, he switches the play. It's over to Colley on that left-hand side. The fullback's up with him. Instead beats them all. Doesn't need the defender. And goes back to DX and the man we tried to sign. The cross is blocked. It's back to Guendouzi again. It's all Rangers. There is no way they're not going to win this. Tony Weston, the wonder kid, plays a 1-2 with Guendouzi. In he goes for 1-0. And Ziga lets it dribble past him into the far corner. Not what we were hoping for whatsoever. But we're 1-0 down at home to Rangers. And we are now in big, big trouble. You could argue that we're going to be closer to Aberdeen and Celtic at the end of this episode if things keep going this way. I mean, 1-0's not a disaster. We've got enough to defend a bit, but it's certainly not anything to be inspired by, is it? 5 minutes to the break. Kern intercepts a through ball from Weston and Ziga clears downfield, but it's going straight back to him. It's just pinball. It's flapping around in our half. We clear it downfield and then it's put straight back in again. We can't do anything about it. Colley is skinning everyone here. Stunning play from him on the left. Back into midfield. Colley gets into the box. Chance to shoot with Guendouzi. It deflects off Weir and in. Thankfully, he's offside. That would have been a cruel blow. Tom, yes, Guendouzi is in this Rangers team. Thank you for popping in. Another one of the regulars. He obviously hasn't quite had the same attitude problems in this game. I haven't heard anything about him since he's left. Is he playing first team football wherever he is? As we get through to half time, we're happy it's only one with the backup team. But we're falling away. We really are. Having said that, the stats have been pretty much even. It's not looked like it on the pitch though, as Timothy Weir gets in behind, puts it just wide of the post. And with 5 gone in the second half, we're clinging on for a respectable score here. For anyone who's got Sky as well, Luton are on TV in 45 minutes. Although we should be on the beach, we have been pretty good at the moment since we got our safety secured. And Rotherham are scrapping for their lives tonight. Oh, Tom, you're lucky Greeny's not in. That's controversial. Rangers are flying in this FM. They're doing really well. They've won a few titles already. As Shanklin gets in. Hold on a minute. Shot straight at the keeper. Let's go and make some changes because we've not looked like scoring. We'll get some of the youngsters on. Donaldson, Ray Milligan. And we might as well give Cannell a run out. He's a former Celtic man. If he's going to be motivated against anyone, it'll be this side. So Donaldson, standard winger on support. Milligan can stay as he is. We'll just go with it like that. 18 minutes to go. We're 1-0 down at the minute. I'm sure it'll be 2 or 3. Tom, I don't think Hertha have been overly keen on him this season. Yeah, it's a waste of talent, isn't it? Don't know what's happened. It's good to see Hertha Berlin back on the up, but he's not really helped himself there. As they get in again, Ziga saves the day. And that's the only thing we've got after this game. It's the last match of the live stream. We've got a few days to go to find out whether or not we keep hold of Ziga. Will we lose our keeper for the 11 million release clause? And will we be back to a backup mid-table keeper for the rest of the season? Finlay Robertson's on for Rangers now. We of course know him from his loan spell here last season. Sterling gets it on the right side. It's still only one here. It's back to Luca Cannell. Oh, the first one's blocked. The keeper was down. And then the second one, he's just got under it. Top of the crossbar and flies over. And unfortunately, as we go into stoppage time, I think we're going to lose 1-0. That was the chance. Although we are throwing men forward here. Devine finds Cannell into Holsgrove. Oh, he scored! Dundee United equalise. The backup side against Rangers. And that makes the Livingston result all the more annoying. We threw it away there, and if we clung on 1-2-1, this would have then been a very good result. Tom, hopefully we'll get 15 to 20 million in the summer. Unfortunately, reputation follows people around, doesn't it? You've just got to hope there's a manager or two who thinks, I can still save him. But that draw, not the worst result to end on. We've got 3 more important days to come though. Are we going to be able to keep hold of Ziga? Let's skip ahead and find out. There's nothing else to do than wait for what might be bad news. We've got a 17 million bid for O'Reilly rejected from China. And it's just a waiting game at this point. Thank you to everyone coming in. Please chuck a thumbs up if you haven't already. Only one away from double figures. A quick thanks again to Dylan for the donation. It is much appreciated. And we might be able to put it towards a Ziga replacement if we lose him on deadline day. No more offers just yet. No offers for Watson either, actually. That's a bit of a surprise, given his goal record in the SPL. Particularly when he was at Ayr on loan. Maybe they can't afford a signing like that. But as the clock ticks down on the window, we are waiting. 2 days to go. All it takes is one message to crush our dreams. Celtic have won again. We're 6 behind them. So I've got a feeling this is going to be the last season unless we can win the Scottish Cup. And that's what we're going to prioritise. We'll rest people against Aberdeen in the league just to prepare for it. And then hopefully 2 big performances. Maybe the Old Firm draw each other. Put one of them out. Means we only have one of those big games to win. We just got to try and get home draws then really, haven't we? 1 more day to go. No more offers yet. But we know what deadline day is going to do. Cross your fingers. I'm biting the nails. I can only apologise for the sound. But the nerves of something that might be about to break the save. 3.5 years to find a replacement goalkeeper of any sort of standard. And we could be about to lose him in 1 day. The recommended replacement goalkeepers, they want massive money. And only one of them's actually as good. The experienced winger, Otero. He's declining physically too much. And the rest of them aren't good enough. No players found from the goalkeeper search. We'll take part in transfer deadline day. It's the final part of this episode. And cross your fingers for me because we need to keep hold of Ziga. Who thinks he's going to go? That's the big question. It's the big moment for us. Oh, we have to survive it. Offers galore coming in. Burnley for O'Reilly. £14 million rejected. Watford for Watson. Now that's one we'd like. It's a very pitiful offer. We're going to ask for a 50% sell-on clause. And we're just going to try and double everything. 250 there, 250 there. We'll round all the appearance ones and that up to 100. And I'll take that deal. They don't. Donaldson wanted by both of the old firms. He's not going anywhere. We're not strengthening them yet further. Watson priced out of a move to Watford because it was an awful offer. The finances weren't right. My proposal is 1.9 million. If you get that, you can go. I offered to sell you for 800 grand and they still didn't offer. I can't think that much of you, pal. Dylan Levitt is wanted by Watford. He's someone we've looked at. He's out of contract at the end of the season, but he wants big, big money. And now he wants to keep his options open. So Watford are going to nick him as well. We've been in for big players. We just can't keep hold of any of them. As Celtic keep coming in for Donaldson. It's the exact same offer that time. But the more they focus on him, the less chance Ziga goes. Please, just let us get through the day. If we've got him, we've got a chance. There are 11.5 hours left. And it could go very wrong. Derby make an offer for Ziga, but it's only 3.3 million. So that's not a problem for us. The minimum fee release is 11, remember. Same offer from Celtic for Donaldson. Rangers, slightly less, but more of it up front. And Hibs, worse than their last offer for Stephen Dunn. So the youngsters are mainly the focus, but the first offer for Ziga is a little mini alarm bell there. So let's hope there's not another one. More offers coming in. Chelsea for Ziga. Oh, it's getting tense. There's 8.75 hours left and it's now 5.25. Donaldson offers now coming from down south as well. Newcastle, still Celtic and Rangers, and Hibernian for Dunn. we've got to hold on. The offers don't look to be that big yet, so surely it's not going to get big quick enough. The Donaldson ones, I don't get them. They're the same every time. All the others are going up in increments. Like the dumb one there from Hibernian. Hibs v Rangers is the game of the evening. They're going to play on deadline day. And who's got the win? That's the big question. No offers yet. 5.5 hours to go. Still, the only offers are for Donaldson and for Dunn. And as long as that's the case, we can live with it. We can part with them all day long. And Rangers have put in a 29 million offer for a goalkeeper from Leicester. There's the difference between the levels we're competing at. We just can't break the old firm consistently. Don't forget, we broke them last year. They're in the Europa League, and they're still able to do that. It's come a long way, Scottish football, in this save. Hibs and Rangers draw. Kai Fotheringham got the goal. Still trying to help us out, even on his loan spell away. I think we're going to do it. An hour and a half, we should be all right. The deadline has closed. The English one must have as well, and we managed to keep hold of him. Oh, so Rangers have sold some big ones, actually. But they did get the big keeper in. We confirm the squad. We keep hold of Ziegert for the rest of the year. And our priority now is very much the Scottish Cup. Thank you so much to everyone who's come along this evening. I really have appreciated the support. A quick thank you to Dylan for the donation again. It is greatly appreciated. Thank you to everyone who's supporting here and on Twitch as well. Please follow and subscribe if you haven't already. We'll be back on Saturday morning here with Dundee United. We'll get through the 2 league games off camera, and we'll be back with the Scottish Cup 5th round. It's the competition we're focusing on now, so it has to be the main event every time. Thank you for spending your evening with me. I hope you have a good week,